You have said you're looking for a good competitive showing on Tuesday. What does that exactly look like?
It's whatever the media says. Y'all are the ones that decide what's competitive. What we're going to do is we're running through the tape. We're hitting as many Super Tuesday states as we can. We continue to get 30 to 40%. And even though, yes, Donald Trump won those, you can't deny 30 to 40%. These aren't anti-Trump people. These are pro-America people.
Was it a mistake for the Senate not to pass that bipartisan border security bill?
2 weeks ago, Congress needed to get into a room, figure it out, and pass a strong border bill, and Donald Trump said don't do it until after the general election because it would hurt him.
Would you have supported, though, that bill? Because this was probably the best chance to get something done in years.
What was good about the bill was it strengthened asylum laws. What was weak about the bill was it didn't have Remain in Mexico, and it had a 5,000 person threshold. We can't even afford a 1 person threshold. What should have happened was both of those men should have told Congress to go in there and figure it out and get it stronger and make it happen. Instead, Congress went on vacation for a week.
This week, in an interview, you said all of former President Donald Trump's legal cases should be dealt with before November. When you look at those criminal trials, which one concerns you the most?
I mean, I haven't really kept up with any of them. There's so many of them. To me, yeah, in a perfect world, everybody would know where they're going to be before November comes, because otherwise he's going to have a cloud over him with everybody wondering what's going to happen.
A lot of the details on these cases, though, have been released. So I wonder if you look at one of these and it stands out and says, we can't, this is not acceptable.
Well, I think you look at some have been political, and some he's going to have to...
Which ones have been political versus not?
Well, I think you look at the New York cases, those have been very political. We know that. And then some have he's got to defend himself. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know the details of what he did, what he didn't. I know that he's going to spend March, April, May, and June in a courthouse instead of on the campaign trail, and that's a problem.
If Trump is found guilty in any of these criminal trials, do you still believe he should be pardoned if you become president?
I have always said that we have to do what's in the best interest of the American people. If you're talking about a pardon, that's assuming he's already been found guilty. We don't need an 80-year-old former president sitting in jail that's going to further divide our country. For the best interests of the country, we would need to bring everybody together, and yes, I would pardon him.
The argument could be made that it might divide on the other side, too, if you were to pardon.
It's not true, because Donald Trump would be screaming from jail, and you would have everybody else backing him up. We have got to get past the chaos that's Donald Trump.
Trump recently put out a list of vice presidential picks he would like to see. Are there one or two people right now at the top of your mind that you say, this is who I'd like to run with?
No, I haven't thought about who would be a vice presidential pick. What I can tell you is it's not going to be about race. It's not going to be about gender. It's not going to be about political which state. It's going to be about who would be the best partner, because we've got a lot to get done the next 8 years that I could work with that could really go and jump in and get our country back on.
Does it have to be a Republican, or could it be an independent?
No, it would be a Republican.